Hey guys, welcome. Welcome. This is the global community for adults who have survived adverse childhood experiences, abuse, neglect, other types of dysfunction in childhood, and are now adults and they are healing from what is commonly referred to as childhood trauma. So if that is you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up here. We've all been showing up here for about a little over 7 years, actually, and it's pretty incredible. We have the most amazing community of people that we just have had it's such a gift to be able to connect with others and to connect with others in this community. Many of us have gotten to know one another over the last several years, whether it's in person or just here virtually on Monday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And it really has just been such a gift to just learn about and connect with others who have a similar lived experience. And if it's your first time joining us here, I do want to warmly welcome you. And I want to say thank you, a very special thank you to those who are in the chat box that have a blue wrench next to their name. That's our Blue Wrench crew. Thank you to John Harvey. Thank you to Ninja Taco. We couldn't do any of this without Poppy, Shannon. A special thank you to Miss Shannon tonight and last week, posting all of our guidelines and crisis resources. Special thank you to Kira and Vi and any of the other Blue Wrench crew who show up here week after week, month after month, year after year, so that we can all get together and spend time together and learn about healing complex trauma, repeated relational trauma, and just thank you. So we're going through a series of readings by Melody Beatty in her book titled The Language of Letting Go. In the description section of this video and over in the chat box as well, there's a link to Melody Beatty's book. You don't have to purchase anything. We all just show up here and we connect with one another and we chat, we support one another, and we learn and we grow. So you don't have to purchase anything, but if you use the link in the description box, the description section of this video, to purchase Melody Beatty's book, then there is, I think, like 3 cents or 5 cents or 7 cents. I forget how many cents it is. It goes to the Foundation for Post-Traumatic Healing and Complex Trauma Research. And every little bit helps. And every little bit that gets donated provides access to resources to survivors all around the world in over 180 countries who don't have access to trauma-informed and trauma-sensitive resources. And all of that is at no extra cost to you. So thank you all so much for choosing to be here tonight. A very warm welcome to Jeffrey Sherman and Nadine and Brad, John Harvey, Ninja Taco, Shannon, and to anyone else who is here and you're not in the chat box. If I haven't greeted you by name, I want you to know that your presence in our community is felt and valued and appreciated. And I do want to say hello to Miss Poppy and just sending Poppy so much love and so much support and so much gratitude for her tireless efforts in helping to build this community and support this community and to advocate for herself and others. And we couldn't do any of this without Poppy. So if you're listening, Poppy, we love you. Warm welcome to Mystique, or is it Misty Q? I think it's Misty Q. Great to see you. And again, thank you, Miss Shannon, for posting all the guidelines. Really, really grateful. So Melody Beatty's book, Language of Letting Go, many of you know, was penned in the late 80s and published in 1990. During probably one of the worst times of my life, when most of my abuse was happening. And to say that it has that her book has been life-changing would be an understatement. I want to read a couple of excerpts tonight from her book, Language of Letting Go. I'm going to be on pages 44 and 45 today, and I'm going to end up on page 46. Again, I'm on page 44, 45, and 46 tonight. And please practice excellent self-care. If anything I am reading is something you don't find helpful and supportive, by being here, you know that this is not mental health care. This is YouTube, and this is just me reading to you from a book. So this is not a replacement for any type of professional mental health care or professional medical care. And if you're finding something that I'm reading to be unhelpful or unsupportive, I want you to step away and take really, really, really good care of yourself. Okay? So again, I'm starting off on page 44 tonight, and I'm healing right alongside you. I don't have it all figured out. I'm an adult survivor of adverse childhood experiences, neglect, dysfunction, abuse, exploitation, all kinds of things. And the organization that we run for complex trauma survivors serves a global community in 180 countries. And we provide no cost and low cost resources to practitioners and universities and survivors who want to learn more about repeated relational trauma and how it affects the human brain. And I'm simply here because I want to be here and because I'm healing just like you are. Okay? So when I read these things to you and I pause or I emote or I share something personal and vulnerable, it's because I want to. And if you see yourself in anything that I'm reading, I want you to know that I see you. And I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay? Here goes. I'm toward the top of page 44 in The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. Melody says, sometimes the gray days scare us. Those are the days when the old feelings come rushing back. We may feel needy, scared, ashamed, unable to care for ourselves. When this happens, it's hard to trust ourselves, others, the goodness of life, and the good intentions of our higher power. Problems seem overwhelming. The past seems senseless. The future, bleak. We feel certain that things we want in life will never happen. In those moments, we may become convinced that things and people outside of ourselves hold the key to our happiness. That is when we may try to control people and situations to mask our pain. When these codependent crazies strike, others often begin to react negatively to our controlling. When we are in a frenzied state, searching for happiness outside of ourselves and looking to others to provide our peace and stability, remember this: even if we could control things and people, even if we got what we wanted, we would still be ourselves. Our emotional state would still be in turmoil. People and things don't stop our pain or heal us. In recovery, we learn that this is our job, and we can do it by using our resources, ourselves, our higher power, our support systems, and our recovery program. Often, after we have become peaceful, trusting, and accepting, what we want comes to us with ease and naturalness. The sun begins to shine again. Isn't it funny? And isn't it true how all change really does begin with us? I can let go of things and people and my need to control today. I can deal with my feelings. I can get peaceful. I can get calm. I can get back on track and find the true key to happiness, myself. I will remember that a gray day is just that, one gray day. The concept of letting go can be confusing to many of us. When we are doing too much or trying too hard to control people and outcomes, when are we doing too little? When is what we're doing an appropriate part of taking care of ourselves? What is our responsibility and what isn't? These issues can challenge us whether we've been healing for 10 days or 10 years. Sometimes we may let go so much that we neglect responsibility to ourselves or to others. Other times we may cross the line from taking care of ourselves to controlling others and outcomes. There is no rule book, but we don't have to make ourselves crazy. We don't have to be so afraid. We don't have to do our healing journey perfectly. If it feels like we need to do a particular action, we can do it. If no action feels timely or inspired, don't act on it. Having and setting healthy limits, healthy boundaries, isn't a tidy process. We can give ourselves permission to experiment, to make mistakes, to learn, to grow. We can talk to people, ask questions, and question ourselves. If there is something we need to do or learn, it will become apparent. Lessons don't go away. If we're not taking care of ourselves enough, we will see that. If we are being too controlling, we will grow to understand that too. Things will work out. The way will become clear. Today, I will take actions that appear appropriate. I will let go of the rest. I will strive for the balance between self-responsibility, responsibility to others, and letting go. That's a hard one, you guys. The next one is on acceptance. Our basic healing concept that never loses its power to work miracles is the concept called acceptance. We do not achieve acceptance in a moment. We often have to work through a mirage of feelings. Sometimes anger, outrage, shame, self-pity, or sadness. But if acceptance is our goal, we will achieve it. What is more freeing than to laugh at our weaknesses and to be grateful for our strengths? To know the entire package called us, with all our feelings, thoughts, tendencies, and history, is worthy of acceptance and brings healing feelings. To accept our circumstances is another miraculous cure. For anything to change or anyone to change, we must first accept ourselves, others, and the circumstance exactly as they are. Then we need to take it one step further. We need to become grateful for ourselves. We add a touch of faith by saying, I know this is exactly the way it's supposed to be for the moment. And no matter how complicated we get, the basics never lose their power to restore us to sanity. Today, God, help me practice the concept of acceptance in my life. Help me to accept myself, others, and my circumstances. Take me one step further and help me feel grateful. Those are hard ones, you guys. I mean, think about it, right? The last one we will read is on the topic of being right. And we're at the top of page 47. Healing is not about being right. It's about allowing ourselves to be who we are and accepting others as they are. That concept can be difficult for many of us if we have lived in systems that functioned on the right-wrong justice scale. The person who was right was okay. The person who was wrong was shamed. All value and worth may have depended on being right. To be wrong meant annihilation of self and self-esteem. In recovery and healing, we are learning how to strive for love in our relationships, not superiority. Yes, we may need to make decisions about people's behavior from time to time. If someone is hurting us, we need to stand up for ourselves. We have a responsibility to set boundaries and take care of ourselves. But we do not need to justify taking care of ourselves by condemning someone else. We can avoid the trap of focusing on others instead of ourselves. In healing, we are learning that what we do needs to be right only for us. What others do is their business and needs to be right only for them. It's tempting to rest in the superiority of being right and in analyzing other people's motives and actions, but it's more rewarding to look deeper. Today, I will remember that I don't have to hide behind being right. I don't have to justify what I want and need with saying something is right or wrong. I can let myself just be who I am. Yeah. Yeah, I needed that one. Actually. I just got into a conversation with someone I care very much for. And was trying to help them see that they can't control certain outcomes and circumstances. And therefore, it's fruitless for them to get so frustrated. And while it might sound innocent and sweet that I was trying to share that perspective with this person, like, it's totally not my job. It's not my job to try to teach other people, you know, what to do and how to feel. And, you know, if they're disappointed, they're disappointed. If they're frustrated, they're frustrated. If they're upset, they're upset. If they're trying to control something, or they're, you know, disappointed, upset, and frustrated because they can't control something, then that's their deal. That's not mine. Right? And yet here I am trying to help them in air quotes. I mean, yes, I really was trying to help them. But here I am reading this devotional, and I'm like, it's totally not my job to help them. Like, it's my job to take care of myself. It's my job to look out for how I'm feeling and how I'm processing and how, you know, how I'm healing and how I'm taking care of me. It's not my job to take care of them and caretake them and control how they, you know, feel about stuff. It's hard though. You know, it's really hard. Hey, Miss Vi, I was just talking about you at the beginning of the video. It's great to see you. Thinking of you. Love you. So glad to see you here. Warm welcome to you, David. If I'm meeting you for the very first time, I'm so glad you're here. We've all been sort of showing up here for a little over 7 years now. We come here on Monday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Nora. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? So happy to see you. Always thinking of you. Oh, Miss Vi, I'm so sorry. You've been on my heart so much. And my prayers so much. Hey, Miss Connie. Hey, Angela. Great to see everyone. Hey, Be Young. So glad to see you. I know I already said hi, Nadine, but hello again. Hello to Lori. Hello to anyone else I haven't greeted by name. I think I got all of you. Wonderful to have you, David. David says it's his first time here, you guys. We're so glad you're here. We all just show up here. We share what's been working and what hasn't been working. Wait a second. There's different flavors of Kit Kats? What in the world? Key lime? Matcha? What? Where I come from, there is only one flavor of Kit Kat. It's like Kit Kat flavored Kit Kats. Hey, Aurora. Great to see you. For those who were here for the open discussion about healing complex trauma and codependency, we, for about 20 minutes, we read from Melody Beattie's book, The Language of Letting Go. We started on page 44 and went through, I believe, to page 47. And I'm really glad that you chose to be here. And I hope to see you back again. Our videos have been a lot shorter lately. I'm in the middle of a bit of a transition. And yeah, so shorter videos for a little while. But thank you all so much for choosing to be here. Thank you all so much for subscribing to the weekly newsletter with all of the trauma resources in it for practitioners and survivors. Thank you for all of the thumbs up that you give the videos. It shows YouTube that that we're doing the best we can to help others, and they recommend the readings and the discussions that we have here in other people's video feeds. So just thank you. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you, and I always enjoy spending time with you here every Monday. If I don't see you over on our daily recovery support calls, which are every day, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, then I will see you back here on next Monday and every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Please be extra kind and gentle with yourself because you're worth it. And I will see you soon. Good night, everyone.